Today on CityLine, training athletes and minds, the local organizations using academics as a critical foundation for youth sports. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Jessica Brown. Where school meets squash, a local organization is showing how those two things can share one court. SquashBusters serves young people in Boston, Lawrence, and Providence, and the program introduces the sport of squash to kids in urban public schools while putting a big emphasis on academics and community service. Joining me now is SquashBusters CEO Rodney Galvao and participant Jason Muyonjo. Thank you both so much for being with us.
Thank you very much for having us today.
Thank you for having us, ma'am.
I'm excited to have you both here to talk about this because squash is no joke. It's a serious sport. Some call it the world's healthiest sport because of the full body cardio workout players get. So Rodney, how much squash are these kids playing? And talk about some of the health benefits they see.
Yeah, well, first and foremost, when you do recruit the students, they have no idea what squash is, right? So it's a hard selling point there. But on a day-to-day, once they accept the program, they are practicing 3 times a week. For some individuals, they're actually doing 6 days a week, and they're on court average an hour and a half a day.
That's a lot of squash. That's a major workout. So Jason, I got to ask you here. I mean, when you think about squash, it's not exactly a go-to sport that comes to mind for kids. So what do you love about it?
What do I love about squash? I love squash so much because of the fact I get to connect. I feel like that's the biggest thing squash is giving me. Other sports, it's like, I started off with soccer personally, and then my dad, how I got into squash is my dad somehow got his hands on a flyer, and then he forced me and my twin sister to join, and then I wouldn't say I didn't have friends. I didn't have friends I was really close to, but once I joined the program, I really had the ability to connect with so many different people, and all my closest friends today are through SquashBusters, and I just love the sport so much.
I love that. And you were telling me during the break, you've been doing it now for several years.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, for 5 years now. Reaching 5 years.
That says a lot. I want to go back to you, Rodney, because SquashBusters has a big focus on getting kids ready for college, career. Let's talk about some of the educational resources that you offer for the kids that join.
Yeah, first and foremost, I mean, it's homework and academics is number one at SquashBusters. It's not about being the best squash player. It's how can we make the students a better version of themselves. And what I realized is, on the college end, we do provide tutors, support. They do get the academic and tutoring support there. But most importantly, it's all about how do we get people to invest in our individuals and build that relationship with our kids. And what I'm proud to say is when our students do go off to college, we have a high graduation rate of 98%, and 100% of our students do graduate high school. And part of that is because they do really focus on the academic end. I was just talking with Jason here in the car. It was perfect because he said how his grades started off as bad, and then once he started taking it more serious, it was because of SquashBusters giving him the mentorship and guidance there to really, he has the vision of playing college squash, and he's in his senior year, so.
Wow. So it's really opened up a lot of opportunity. Talk about some of the academics and the resources that you use to be able to kind of help you out with your school grades and all of that.
When I was in 7th grade, I was a bit cocky, right? Because I thought it was a program just basically made on academics, and I told my dad, "Oh, I'm just fine. And then I went into the program and I tried it out. The thing that hooked me was squash, but in the classroom, they always have volunteers there that really help you out with your homework. So it was really amazing to have that opportunity. This year, I took AP Physics, a very hard class, and we were able to find a volunteer there who really helped me out and really pushed me to finish the class and end off the year strong, so it was really amazing.
It's excellent to hear. Rodney, you also teach kids, not just to be good students, but also a good citizen. Let's talk about how participants give back to their communities. What kind of values are you encouraging? What are you trying to make sure they learn and take away from this program?
Yeah, for me, one of our pillars is character. That's the most important thing. It's not about winning or losing. It's about how are you carrying yourself at the end of the day. And the best way we do that is we make sure that they're responsible and not only showing up for programming, but bringing the best version of themselves because they come in a certain way. And our goal is how are you going to be a better adult moving forward and a better citizen for the community. And I think one big piece of the program is the community service piece, just getting them involved, not just to do it, but to explain the why. Why are you going to, feed thousands of people today? The importance of that. So it's really getting the students to understand, and when they do understand, they get that buy-in, and it just makes them better moving forward.
I love to hear that here. And Jason, how do you feel when you participate in these community service experiences? What have you learned as you've been part of that?
Yeah, for me, I feel like I have a good foundation at home when it comes to character and ideals. And so I feel like what I've seen throughout the program is I've seen it really step up the characters of those around me as well, because a big thing we have is community, and so we have to lean on each other really, and going out there helping people, it really helps us as individuals really step up and look after one another to do so. Yeah,
absolutely. And I know, Rodney, that this organization has played a big role in your life. You joined SquashBusters at the age of 12. We have a photo. Here you are, and this is you back in the day. Now you're the CEO.
Yeah.
That says a lot. What has this organization really taught you over the years?
Yeah, for me, I started in 2003. I did not know what I was getting myself into. And similar to Jason, the difference is I did take a permission slip, and what I didn't know is, my mom signed my life away because I'm still here today, right? But what's important is I think it's the guidance that you get and the support from the individuals that, the frontline staff, and it's their belief in young people. And I just felt loved in the space. It really felt like a second home. It is a family. I'm there till this day because I did want to give back to an organization that gave so much to me. And I'm here today where I am today in life because of the organization.
You're the perfect person to be leading this, with that experience. When you think of squash, I think a lot of people think of it as historically as kind of it being, an elitist kind of a sport, right?
Sport, yeah.
Right. So how are you kind of changing that thought of it?
Yeah, I mean, for us, it started in 1996. We're celebrating our 30th year. And the founder, Greg Zaff, he played pro squash, and he found the same people just playing it over and over again, and there was no opportunity for inner city kids like myself and Jason. So he did start in Cambridge and Boston, and right now we're in a place where you've said it, right? We're in Lawrence, Mass. We're in Providence, Rhode Island. We're serving over 300 kids, and when you add our post-secondary, we're at 500. But the real reason we're doing it is because we want to give people access to this beautiful sport.
Absolutely. And Jason, I got to ask you this. We talked about this prior, about how you've got people to join. You've encouraged people to join. They see you. They want to be a part of it. What would you tell someone who's watching, who may be curious about the sport and curious about this program?
For me, I'd really just say, give it a chance. Go in there with an open mind, because me personally, I didn't go in there with an open mind, and I somehow ended up loving it, really. And so I've gotten so many opportunities. I'm here today because of SquashBusters, and it's just a really great way to find connections, to be healthy, and have so many opportunities. So just go in there with an open mind. You never know what you're gonna get. And I feel like that's for anything in life, but truly just give it a chance, and then you never know what's gonna happen. But yeah.
That's awesome. Jason, Rodney, it's been such a pleasure. I could talk with you guys all day. This is such an important program, and I'm really glad to hear and learn more about it. For folks who are watching, we're going to put more details on our website, WCVB.com, if you're interested in signing up. Well, thank you both for being here and shedding a light. Yes, keep at it. We love to see it.
Yeah.
Coming up, homework before hoops, the Boston organization that has spent decades creating basketball stars and star students.